forgotten. Yeah.
Please.
We've been reading that thing from Ramana, but there's a part that I didn't put in. I'd have to paraphrase it, but he basically talks about one of the biggest impediments is there's a belief that you're not awake. Yeah. Now, to me, the only way that's an impediment is to have a feeling that it's you. Yeah, it's a great revelation uh, when you see that which doesn't think it's awake is not you. Yeah. But he says after this riff on the greatest mystery and everything, he gets to the point, and really the big obstacle is there's a believing that you're not awake. So I don't believe the opposite of that is the way to go. I'm now going to believe I'm awake. I believe you use that as a recognition of what you're not. Yeah. Because if you do it, if there's a feeling that I believe I'm not awake, then you think I'm going to replace that with a feeling that I'm awake, but there's the same you in both equations. And that's the you. Oh, here's the can you get in? I got you a nice little,
Thank you so much.
yeah, we got a triage here. Our friend Ali is limping over to the meeting. So the way the reaction or the response of the head from someone saying that the biggest obstacle is you believe you're not awake would be then to start to believe you're awake. Yeah. And that's a dilemma. Yeah. That reaction is the dualistic reaction. So you go to a meeting and someone says, you got to stop believing you're not awake. And therefore you think it's going to be replaced with believing you're awake. But I don't see it that way. I believe let the belief that you're not awake dangle and just recognize it's not you. So it's a great negation if you don't try to affirm something else. If you just let it hang, yeah, that there's a belief that you're not awake, just let it hang and realize it's not you hanging. So the mental logic would be to respond to I'm awake, and it could go to such an extreme level you start chanting, I'm awake, I'm awake, I'm awake. But then all that chanting would reinforce the belief that you're not awake. Yeah? Don't you see it? If you see the mental logic, it only has like 5 hoops it jumps through, maybe. And it fails jumping through 2 of them. So it's it's not difficult to get a sense of it. You don't need a blow by blow account. You have to just see its finite traits. Yeah. Just like Ramana talks about I feel this is a trait of the head. When he says, I got to go through all these pages of the scriptures, one page. It's very easy to find. It's at the I've got all these other for sale 1954 Chevy trucks, phone numbers, and then we get to the scriptures at the end. So follow this because I feel it's a perfect demonstration of mental logic. Okay, so first of all, there is no greater mystery than this, that being the reality ourselves, we seek to gain reality. Because obviously, what we're feeling represents us or is us doesn't believe it's reality, obviously. It's trying to use this moment of reality to attain a reality or a better reality or a different reality. Maybe it believes you can get 50 shades of reality and it's just whatever. But the statement of being ourselves reality, let's say the being of awareness or something, yeah. So we seek to gain reality. Yeah. So we feel like nothing seems to be working. So let's see if we can gain reality. And we believe if we gain reality, that will be the one that finally works. Yes. Not making up new realities, creating your own, manifestation, your destiny. You can go that way, but yeah. So here it says, we seek to gain reality. We think, obviously, there's the dilemma. Yeah. Because there's an idea that we think. I would just say there's thoughts. Yeah. You could do a weird thing if you were anal. You could take a couple of paragraphs and rewrite them in a sense, but I'm not. But change because it's just nonchalantly used. We think. That's an ownership. That's not true. Yeah. Tell me how many ways do you think? Do you do you think standing up? You think better standing up. You think vertical, horizontally. You think upside down. No, there's thought. Yeah. But the idea of we think once again it sort of implies an ownership. Yeah. And if you own a lot, you're going to have to give up a lot. Yeah. Because when you own stuff, it owns you. Yeah. If you own a thought and you call it yours, that thought can own your day. Yeah. It can. If that's the dynamic, these are my thoughts. It's usually not thoughts that are driving me crazy. It's my thoughts that are driving me crazy. Yeah. There's a difference. Yeah. Yeah. So he's going down it's only like 4 steps of the mental logic to utter oblivion. So it doesn't take long to get to the bottom of the steps. So here it is. We seek to gain reality, and it seems like something's blocking. Something's blocking us, something's thwarting us. Yeah, there's obstacles that I need to remove or jump over or dig under. And then we think that there is something binding our reality or hiding our reality or keeping it intentionally from us. Yeah. So here's the logic, and that it must be destroyed. So, so if if something's blocking reality, it's got to be destroyed. Yes. Okay. Now, oops, this is where you arrive at if you follow the mental logic. Okay. Here he goes. Something is binding our reality, and that something must be destroyed before the reality is gained. Yes. Inevitably, in the search for reality, you're going to come to the conclusion, maybe very slowly, but you're going to come to the conclusion that you're the obstacle to reality. And if you are, the mental logic says you need to be destroyed. now, now, there you go. You've reached you reached the goal, and one thing is blocking you. You're right there. You can taste reality. It's going to change all the things you think should change. You're tasting it almost, but then something is blocking me. And as my other logic was before, that which is blocking me has to be destroyed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like in usual things, it's like vanquishing, extinguishing, destroying, completely wrecking. Yeah. But here it goes that it must be destroyed. So before that reality is gained, you're going to come to that point where you're going to be that which must be destroyed. This is why we've conveniently made the spiritual path last lifetimes, probably. We don't really want to get there too quickly because if the mental logic follows through, you've got to be destroyed. Yeah. So let's slow this process down and see if maybe the terms and conditions change over time. So I'm just going to hope I can wait it out to it changes that I must be destroyed. to gain reality. So here, just in this simple statement, we think. The language really, really supports the trans. Yes, obviously. We think. Do we really think? There's think, yeah, or thoughts. There's some kind of activity, but do you believe you're in on it, that you're doing it? No. So the language uh, supports an insane idea over and over again. And so when someone says the biggest impediment is you're not believing that you're awake, then in this mental logic, the thing is to start chanting that you are awake, yeah, to replace the negative with an affirmative. But that's duality. And this is the message here, is that not the two. Yeah. So what do you do then? You hear the message, yeah, and it's dangling, and the head wants to react to it in an opposite and go in opposite direction. But you just, instead of going with that movement, you see the movement. Yeah. You see the mental logic, and you see how, if given a little rope, everything turns into the form of a pretzel. Yeah, it just goes a certain way and tries to tie it all up, and without you feeling that much satisfaction or contentment. So why not see what you're not? Yeah. So when it says there is something else that must be destroyed for the reality to be available to us, see what says that and see what responds to that. And maybe greet it with, I'm not that. Yeah. So you take a position of neutrality instead of moving from one camp to the other camp, inevitably getting sucked back to the other camp. Yes, on and on. So now I'm chanting, I'm not a body, but the only thing that would chant, I'm not a body, is a body identification. Spirit knows it's not a body. Everything that's not a body knows it's not a body. We're the only seemingly thing that thinks that thinks that it's a body and will chant that it's not a body. Yeah, the dog is in not is has no, it's not in any disagreement with the body appearance as being a dog, yeah, or whatever it is. Yeah. But the head, because of the duality of things, here's the message of what you're not, and you believe it's something you're doing and you should stop. Yeah. But you're not doing it. It's really mechanical. I hope if one thing we can offer here and keep repeating is the mechanicalness of what you feel is very personal. It's mechanical. We've said this over and over again. There is a conception, or there's a beginning of time in our life, which is called conscious contact. Yeah. Suddenly there's a conscious contact with what's ever going on. And there are 5 gates that contact occurs through, which is the seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, touching. And there's a subtle gate, the 6th gate, which is at the inside of the thoughts and interpretations and opinions and stuff. Yes. So this is driven or allowed to occur through consciousness. You have nothing to do with it. Yeah. You're just the name that gets tagged onto it after. Yeah. So that mental state arises in time after the conscious contact. It's not conscious, it's brought to conscious contact by consciousness. Then it reacts and claims it, claims whatever's going on. And the more frequently the shit's going on, the better of it's claiming it, because it's going to use what it claims to reinforce and repeat its idea that instead of being a verb, you're a noun. Yeah. So claim seeing, and it uses it to imply you're the seer. Yeah. And the funny thing is, when you're the seer, you're in a state of being blind to the seeing, really. It's so incredible. You're given the meaning that you're the seer, but what comes with is a built-in blindness. Yeah. So now the seeing is claimed, and its real use in the head is to reinforce the idea of a seer, really. And therefore, there's so much seeing going on. The reinforcement is basically like just quickly, like a machine gun of activity that constantly, when an act is claimed, you don't feel like the doer of the act. You feel like a historical doer of thousands of acts. Yes? Isn't that incredibly efficient? To make something to seem so, you have to repeat it quite often. And in this way, it repeats it quite often because there's a whole lot of seeing and hearing and feeling and tasting and touching and doing every day. Yeah. And every one of them, instead of standing on their own as the verb of being, it has been claimed by the mental state to make up a noun and to live a life based on a noun. And that statement, we think, is a great example of it. We is a noun who are the thinkers of the thought. Yes? When you say we think, what does it feel like? Or you think? It feels like you are doing it, or you are placed before the thinking. Yes? You don't go thinking you, but in fact, that's actually what's going on. There's thinking you. But the way we live is you're thinking. It's insane. Right in front of us, we're living in like backwards time where that which comes after is living as if it's the before. It's incredible. And you can see it. You can see it happen. There's seeing, and then there's the idea of the seer. It's later. It's never been before. It comes after the seeing. It comes after the hearing, the feeling, the tasting, the touching, the thinking. It's an afterthought that assumes it's before the thought. Yes? So that's how you feel like you're doing an activity that it's obviously you have nothing to do with other than being affected by it and observing it. Yeah. Being awake to the presentation and having the presentation affect you. Yeah. As the action figure. So you're being moved by the presentation of the head, and all the while you're thinking you're doing all of it. Do you want to go into that and try to stop it? No. You just see it. You become aware of it. Yeah. This is not what I become aware of, I vow never to do again. No, no, no. It's when you become aware is now the present tense state. Yeah. Because you've already filled the mission. You're aware. And now what are you aware of? I don't know, whatever's arising. Yes? But when something arises, you see the reaction or what comes after it and the little slipping of it to be before. Yeah? So even the language, when it's translated, we think, uh, the active denial of what we are when heard isn't heard because it's heard as I'm actively denying what I am. No, you're not. You're not actively denying what you are. There's an active denial of what you are. Yes, you are not doing it, and therefore you can't stop doing it. You can't stop something you're not doing. It's impossible. Actually, that's part of the fucking doing is thinking you can stop doing. Yeah. So you see, you see all this stuff that as you didn't really want to know. Yeah, I don't want any more revelations about me. Yeah, I'm bad enough. I don't break any more news to me. Just let me have, blissful ignorance. Yeah, but when you see it as not you, it has an incredible amount of value. It really does. You can't describe it. You've got to enjoy it. Yeah. And I humbly have faith in satsang. We had one of the people earlier, and they were sharing about, the time delay of things happening by gum in the satsang. And I have such an aha with it all, because that's how I've watched thousands of people over the years. Yeah. Either at live meetings or at Zoom meetings. And I see how the mental logic just I just seen a lot of its contortions and how it gets pretzeled into, yeah. And then the losing interest in all of it. I've seen it. It's a beautiful thing to watch the migration of the attention and interest from the obsession with this idea of being the doer, the thinker, the feeler, the taster, the toucher. Yeah. And then a gaining of interest freed from that. Yeah. And then write your own book of fucking, the beautiful birds of Novato, because you'll be hearing all the beautiful birds and you'll be checking out the hummingbirds, and there'll be a lot of information coming that has absolutely nothing to do with you. That's really quite enjoyable. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we hear Zoom and its great wisdom has a noise reduction here, so you can hear the water we have of this thing, and when it's the chimes, when the wind's blowing it. So the experience of satsang with me is a full-on there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things building up, reaching crescendos, the woodpecker with its pecking and all this and all like that. It's awesome to be the audience of the show. Yes? Instead of sitting at the show and just thinking and being absorbed in you. Why did you go to the show then? Yeah. So why do you want to go to the show and just look at you all day? You do that all day. There's a huge show going on. It's, yeah. I mean, are you available to it? If you seemingly are not available to it, that you're not that. You're not that. You are the most available no thing in this show. You are the most available no thing in the show. If you had to arrive there, you have arisen. You have arrived there. Yeah. If you had to acquire it, you've had it for a long time. Yeah. If you had to become or not become a lot of shit, that's all over. You are fully available now. Yeah. You can hear a knock on every door. Yeah. Yes. Because you're present and you're available. And in this world, especially in recovery, if you're present and available, and I don't mean that as a goal or an achievement, that is our present condition. We are present. There's not a here and now without us. Yeah. We're present, and being present, we're available. And if you're present and available, and you're of service. What is being of service? As an act, it's being present to some situation and available to it. Well, let's take out the specific situations, and all day you're present and available, literally. Yes? In your life, what day were you not here? I was almost not here. Well, no, that's not what we're saying. What day have you not been here? You think you haven't been there, but for you to think that, you had to be there. To think that you weren't there implies you were there. You can't go to the negative from the positive unless you had the positive and negative. Yeah. Or people say, I have no faith. That's faith. Yeah. I'm so afraid this is going to happen. It hasn't happened. So the being afraid is faith. Yeah. You have so much faith in the imaginary forecast of the head, it's triggering an uncaused effect. You're fucking petrified. Now, that is a surface condition. None of them seep into the condition of availability and present. You're available to that. Yeah. It seems unfortunate, but you're available to all the mental shenanigans. Yeah. You're present and available to believe that you're not present and not available. You're present and available to it. Yeah. So this is just, the mental logic was you're one thing and you can be a better thing. Yes. It's the same fucking card. It's the same currency. Yeah. It's counterfeit from the day it was printed. Yeah. It's counterfeit. It's monopoly money. Yeah. The worst day of my life, I was awake. And the best day of my life, from the head's point of view, I was awake. Yeah. Moments when I didn't want to be awake, I was wide awake. When I was in the back of the police car after a 7-day run of coke, totally insane, seeing people with the same color shirt and pants, all fucking uniforms. I was completely awake to that. How can you have a subjective hell? A subjective hell is that you're awake to it. Now, what the hell is the awakeness awake to? Yeah? Because some of the stuff that we're awake to makes us asleep about a lot of other stuff. The idea that you're the seer is a blindness of the seeing. Isn't that insane? When you're firm in faith in this something else the head has made to be you, you are acting as the active denial of what you are. What? Yes. Yeah. Now, do you want to stop active denying what you are? Try it. No, you see, you're not it. You're not that which is actively denying what you are. Yeah. You're not that. Just leave it at that. Yeah. Get used to the puzzle of this and that, the duality puzzle. It's a projection where we're at. There's not a world of duality. It's how we see this whole event is in a dualistic manner because we're mixed up. We got a single glass with two different liquids in it. Yeah. We have subject object. Yep. And what happens is it's, let's say, a lot of subject, a little object, then you get some knowledge, and now some of the subject becomes objective. Yeah. And then the rest of the subject is now looking at the object, telling you how you are or what you are. It's the same fucking thing. Yeah. Then more's revealed. Oh, I got caught. Let me extract myself, leave the object as a carcass, and I'll move to the subject and critique it. And why I should have done this, I should have done that. Da, da, da. As the subject, go over all the object's mistake. Yeah. All the while, when there was unawareness, you were completely drenched in the object. Yeah, completely. Your whole ends was to get the object something. Yeah. Now that you get caught, all right, I'm learning about myself, and I'm learning about myself from the authentic self. There ain't no authentic self. It's all bogus, all of it. No, I trust my inner Paul. No, no. The inner Paul never soaks through the skin. It's a henna tattoo that acts as if it's an ink tattoo. It gets washed off constantly, gets replaced, washed off, replaced. Yes. You wake up in the morning, you're awake before Paul is. Paul is about half a second later, or a second, or it can be seen like an eternity. Then Paul gathers its conceptions, and there you go. You can see it. And when you see it, recognize it as not you. Yeah. If we are reality, anything of you that's looking for reality must not be you. Yes? Let's try that logic. Okay? The logic of the statement, being ourselves reality, would imply anything that I call me, a part of me, me, that doesn't see that and is looking for reality must not be me. If I am reality, that which I call me, that's seeking reality, is not. Yeah? Use that logic. It's beautiful. Yeah? The other statement, being ourselves reality. You can't, let me imagine that. No. Let me picture it. No. Let me visualize. No. Just let it, there's a hearing of it. Yeah. I'm telling you, in this setting, it's going to get to what you are. It is. The Buddha is going to hear. You can't use the Buddha to seek the Buddha. It is in satsang. The Buddha is going to hear it. You hearing it as Kathleen or Paul is pointless. Yeah. But the Buddha hearing that you cannot use the Buddha to seek the Buddha, that has an incredible value. And I believe if you keep coming back here, it is going to become obvious. Yeah. Not because of me, but because of us, this whole event. Satsang has an incredible power that comes through it. Yeah. When people gather, like Jesus said, he gave it a lot of credit. When two or more of you gather, yes, yes, here we are. I think we're past that quota of two or more. Yeah. Something happens. And I rest assured, I have great faith in satsang. So when I hear people going through the gymnastics and the gyrations of the mental logic, finally being revealed as the emperor with no clothes, it sounds, I've heard it so many times. Yeah. And just stay on the operating table. Don't get up. Don't play doctor. Yes. You asked for this. Now let it happen. Yeah. It's always happening, but let the always happen happen. Yeah. If you want to split or go to 8 other different people, do whatever you want to do. But if you want to stay here, come to the same well. And when you look into the well and it's empty, you're gonna really fill up a thirst. Yes. When you look at that fucking well that you've been trying to get to for so long, and you see that it's really empty, your thirst is going to be quenched. Yes. Thirst is going to be quenched. You're going to see the same paths and the same trough and the same behavior, and it will probably still continue, but you'll see it from a different perch. Yeah. You'll see what appears after the camera from before the camera. You will. Yeah. And a lot of shit that seems to be very, very agitated will be put to fucking rest. Yes. Go on with the day. Yeah. Yeah. I wake up every day. What the hell? I didn't plan it. Yeah. The action figure has that's a, uh, now the air is getting cooler and the wind. We have a great wind in Nevada where I live in the afternoon that brings a cooling to the day. We have I guess, a channel right from the ocean to here. Somehow the wind doesn't get off the wind highway and just flies right into Nevada. Incredible. And then it just triggers the chimes, and the chimes with the water fountain. Just, it's incredible. People now a much lesser show they pay $1,000 to go see. It's insane. You could have it in your yard. Yeah. It's not the show you're going to, it's the audience that makes it. Yeah. We're the audience. Yeah. And in a weird way, we haven't seen the mental state get so absorbed in the show. So it's like that thing I used to say with the that huge camera with all the 360-degree HD, super clear, better than, these phones, Apple 17, 18. Could you imagine when you had a landline that you would like want to get a better phone every year? When I was a kid, the phones in my house didn't change every fucking year. It was the same phone. Yeah. It's just insane. Yeah. Well, anybody have anything they'd like to share? If not, I'm going to say hello to everyone. Michael Stacy. Michael Stacy makes a lot of this happen. And so do a lot of people like Martin and all these people. They found enough value in this that they're willing to put some time away to set up the meeting, Zoom bombings, Sentinels, shit like that. And really, if it was left up to me, it wouldn't happen. So they are holding up the pillars of Zen Bitch Lab. Yeah. Yeah. And so many people support my lavish lifestyle that it's actually quite lavish in a lot of ways. Yeah. Yeah. And if you start having blue is blue and red is red, if you're taken care of, you'll know you're taken care of. Yes. You know what I mean? I know a guy that he gets anxious when he doesn't have any money. If I lend him money, the anxiety goes away. You don't have to go into a giant psychological deep dive. You don't feel like you're taken over by the universe. No, he just can't. That doesn't work. Just lend him money. He pays it back, and it takes away the anxiety. It's a simple answer in the situation. Yeah. uh, so, all right. So let's open it up. I'm so happy to be here to share it with everyone, the space. And see, looking for the source of water, you're seen as the source of the water. Yes. So you're not going to buy a map to the pathway to the trough, knowing that when you get there, it's always empty. You know, you're going to be the bearer of the water. Yeah, the bringer of the water. Yeah, yeah. All right. Nice to see Kathleen, everyone, Judy Love, Robert Crossman, Claire Sydney. I would have liked to see my life in Brooklyn if my last name was Love. Well, could have been some rough going occasionally. I don't think I would have been greeted with the love. All right. Anyone? Oh, Scott, thank you for that lovely support that you showed today. Nice to see you. Heather sends me some of the greatest cards that when you open them up, they're a whole different thing, like a 3D thing. Pretty incredible. Yes.
Well, I'm actually working on an effect that I want to show you. It's called Best Knots Off Silk. Maybe should I just do it really fast? It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. She's the
Okay, let me
resident
get
magician, yes, of Zen Bitch Slap. She's great. She used to come to the live meetings. Yeah, it was awesome. We also have a bubble lady, two people that do bubble shows. This is weird, eh? We had a bubble show in the backyard. Last time we were here, some lady that had been with us in YouTube, I never met her. She was like a massage person. She massaged everyone that was here pretty much. She was had them hanging on their back and so it was like incredible after the talk. And then I never saw her again. She doesn't live here. She lives in Austin or something. So she just worked everyone over. It was great. Uh,
All right, you ready?
yes.
So I've written several scripts and I have a new script that's funnier than this that's not memorized yet. So I have funny versions, but it would be nice. Well, when we're in the moment, life runs smooth as silk. But sooner or later comes that thought, and we have hit a snag. Doesn't matter if it's a positive thought or a negative thought, we are still hooked because consciousness has a way of shape shifting into what it's focusing on. It's like our power and intention sort of goes from being vast infinity and possibility into a tiny packed piece of program. But what you do is you say, what I say is, that's not me. I say, get out of my way. And then I have some freedom. I have a knowing and a flowing. And and this is directly from you, Paul, I say, I think that thought is actually the thought and mind games are a foreign installment. They're not even me. That stake claim to my moment and claim ownership of me and don't have that jurisdiction, in my opinion. So when we have that thought and the many more that come after it, I have an opportunity to simply lose interest. When you lose interest in a bully, their status goes to zero. So that loud bullhorn goes from being all dominating into a light murmur in the background. It dissolves almost into nothing. So the most interesting piece about this is I'm realizing I'm not the thought and I'm not that which I is observing the thought, or as non-duality puts it, I'm not two.
Ah.
So that's what I'm working on.
That's great, honey.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
thank you.
Oh
This is
yeah,
all you.
that's cool.
Very fun.
Thank you.
Oh, very good. Yes, thank you, honey.
Heather, that was awesome. Thank you. Oh my God, I loved it. Thank you, Heather.
Yeah.
Now everyone's going to come tomorrow waiting for Heather and then have to go through a disappointment, and we'll just share that it's not your disappointment. That's the beauty of it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, the ownership you didn't sign up for. Yeah, the contract was made without you knowing it. Yeah. Now you're becoming aware of things, and in English, the most concentrated meaning giving is through the word my. Yeah. It's so you can see that you and I give everything all the meaning it has with the simplest example, the my. So whatever word comes after my is influenced and changed by the my that comes before it. Yes. So money, I want everyone here to have a lot of money. My money, I don't want any one of you to have any of my money. Yeah, I did not change the word at all, but the meaning got changed usually, not by the word, but by what precedes the word, captured by the word my. Yeah. So one of the smallest words in the language, my, actually carries a lot of meaning every day when you're listening to the head in English. Yes. So, and in that ownership, in duality, there's a trick. Whatever you own has the ability to own you. Yeah. So when you own the thoughts as yours, the thoughts can own you. When you own the feelings as yours, the feelings can own your day, like you were saying in your take. Yeah. Something is living your day. Yeah. Well, that day is being distributed through the mind. Yep. All day. What do you feel? What would be what's put into every meaning that's given? A little bit of fucking life. Yes. So a problem seen as your problem is given a lot of life. It's given a whole lot of meaning. Yeah. That energy before meaning could be distributed much differently. Yes. So in a way, just see the well-worn path of where meaning is given in English is the word my. Just don't do anything about it, but just notice it. Yeah. And that's why we use that. It's a simple example, money and my money, but it's like that. It can be more subtle, and in other cases, even more extreme than that. The different meaning that money has when it's yours or not. Yeah. A lot of things. What is that? What's going on? You and I are giving everything all the meaning it has. Do we really want to do the way it's being done now? Maybe with a subtraction of the my, then problems would be easier to travel through. Yeah. And money would be seen as a flow more than as an accumulation. Yes. Who knows? But you won't know if you constantly live at the effect of my. Yeah. Yes. It's just the possibility of the panoramic is completely unsuspected by the tunnel vision of the myopic. Yeah. And your vision with when it goes through that lens of my is becoming myopic. Yeah. The action figure. I'm not saying you're it or to try to change it. It's a great thing to notice and greet it with, I'm not that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We have it in recovery. It's a very stubborn thing. You can have a clear description that the flu, while you had it, produced effects in you. And therefore it would be a clear diagnosis would be that was the flu's effects. But in this case, we call the flu's effects ours. Yeah. That misunderstanding has to have a basis of blindness. And the blindness is the belief that you're the seer when you're really blind to most shit. Yeah. So what is your life but the meaning that's given it? Yeah. Really. If you want to call it, this is the event. What is the event but the meaning given to things? Yeah. Now, maybe the value we give to things will change and the meaning will be given to no thing, let's say, and then that is completely reliable. Yeah. That account never gets overdrawn. Yeah. Yeah. So anyone else? Great. Heather, thank you for the trick. Yes. Yeah, all right, you could prance out a problem and have it as yours and then spit problem. Bring out your big plans and big designs, little plans and designs. uh, uh, The lightness that comes about by the entertaining non-duality is a byproduct. It has no intention whatsoever, non-duality, to do this or that. But as a byproduct, there'll be a traveling lighter as the action figure. Yeah. Because you have seen you're not the action figure. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Lightness is the absence of you. More of you isn't going to make anything lighter. More of you makes shit heavy. And the absence of you is the fact. You're an appearance and an appearance only. Yeah. Yeah. And you're not even that. Yeah. You're not an appearance. But this is the idea of us. We go over it all the time about when you hear the message that someone died, they transitioned or they went over to the other side, and yet you get there and what you called them is still there, the body. But you've been calling them the body for 70 years. They've left but they forgot the body. It seems like everyone that leaves forgets the body. Everyone. There's always a body to be seen when some spirit has taken off. Yeah. It's insane. Whatever. And so something will not get that. That's great. Realize it. So you don't put any effort and thought in its education. Just see it's not you. Yeah. If you get moved to send it to a higher spiritual education school, fucking don't. Yeah. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's programmed. It's not AI. It's not growing into an awareness. Just like the spirit that leaves everybody knows better than to take it. The spirit, the second it leaves, there was no, oh, wait a minute. It's like something's going, should I stay or should, nope. The body is there and it's gone. Do you see it an hour or two later, it remembers and comes back to get the body? No. You know what I mean? Don't move it. Don't move it. We don't want Uncle Fred to forget where it is. You know, he's in dementia. Don't move it. Let's get the spotlights. Uncle Fred, you forgot you. No. You forgot you. How can you be complete without you? Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. I'm this close to the asylum, very close today. It's a very shady line. Yes. I could just get Jello and laugh all day. Maybe that's going to be the future for the action figure. Just walking around. I hope I have a grounds, like a place, like free ranging, walking around, laughing all day. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyone? No? That's it. What a wonderful session. We had a magic trick.
Hey, Paul, David has his hand up. David
And
would like to come in and
we've been
say-
describing magic tricks all this time. Yes, David.
David.
Lowe.
Hey, David.
David, can't hear you.
Yeah, the frames of reference that you come from.
Hold on a second, Dave. Start again because before
Okay.
the frames, we didn't hear you.
The frames of reference that you come from, I vaguely sense them. It blows me away. Like you said earlier this afternoon rather, for you. You can think standing up, you can think lying down, you can think upside down. What were you trying to illustrate? That's what I can't
You're not
fathom.
the thinker. If you were the thinker, there would be things you wouldn't be able to think in. Yes?
Uh-huh.
Yes. If you were the thinker, there's things that you can't be the thinker in. This is duality. So we were just joking. You can horizontal, vertical, upside down. It's what you would think would be a condition that does not permit any thought. Thought will will show up. Yes, you're not the thinker. That's what I was trying to get. Yeah, too. If you had control over things, there would be conditions. Yes?
Uh-huh.
And what people do, the conditions they do just to meditate. They turn off the lights, candles, this and that. For you to be at peace, there's a lot of conditions usually. And one condition not being in place throws your whole fucking meditation session off. Yeah? We're saying thinking occurs upside with a broken leg, not a broken leg. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Because just to imply that this idea of ownership or that you're doing it, if you did it, you would have to have certain conditions that you couldn't do it in.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Just like skiing. You can't ski in certain conditions like summertime. Yeah. So there's always limitations to things in duality. It's either this or that. Yeah. We're just fucking with it. Yeah. It's an assume you would never, everyone will just laugh immediately when you say, I gotta take a break because I gotta digest that burrito I ate yesterday. I forgot. It was on the list and I ate a piece of pizza and I forgot. Yeah, you would go, and this is a cruder process that there's no sense of being able to own it, but a much subtler one you believe you're the doer of thinking. It's insane. Its logic is insane. Yeah. The crudeness of farting and shitting, yes. Yeah. But then these subtle processes of feeling and thinking, oh, I'm the doer of all this. Yeah. Yeah. It's insane. That's all. The mental logic, if you see it from outside of itself, it's insane. It contradicts itself constantly. Constantly. I like to point it out because of its limitations so that you can see past it. Stop using intellect. Well, don't do whatever. You're using an intellect to reach where it can't reach. Yeah. You can study tons of shit, but you can't study the studying. Yeah. Yeah. We want to, yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. There is some sanity to the behavior on the talks. There is.
Oh, yeah.
One day, some days it's going to leak in. It's going to seep in. There is some crazy. There's something in the madness. Truly, I just feel like you need to stay under the shower of the satsang. Yeah, and then at least you'll read scriptures and see something different in them. Yeah. Or you'll hear other people speak and you'll realize something. So it's going to put stuff in you for sure. Yeah. I have great faith in it. Great faith in it.
It's more like the sanity is here. The insanity is in the thinking that we're thinking.
Yes. Yes. So here, yeah, I've taken shelter in satsang. We do this 5 times a week. I've never missed a meeting and I've never attended one. Yeah. Yeah. I've never graduated. No. it's like nowadays with the action figure and certain things sort of mimic the underlying stuff. So what I do now, and I have the luxury to do it, is I have the access to these lagoons where I live nearby, which are salt and fresh water, and they're warmer than the ocean, and they have no chlorine or anything. And I can go and swim there. Basically, the action figure just loves it. Don't hang the day. I go there for like 15 minutes, swim, leave as if I was never there, and it just completely satisfies the action figure completely. It's super content that it got in the water. Now, if it doesn't get in the water, it knows it's going to get in the water, so there's nothing to worry about. Yeah, yeah. And so my day as an action figure revolves around just going, like today I did the talk earlier, then I went to the lagoon, went swimming, went to a thrift store, bought these weird fucking statues that it would never have come in my mind to ever get, which is what I love. And then Amelia gave me the okay on it, which was great. And then here I am, forgot to eat and do a talk. Yeah, yeah. What am I looking forward to tonight? Not much. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. So before, wow, when irritability, restlessness, and discontent was the driving engine of the action figure, I was just dragged to hellish fucking ends. Yes, hellish ends. A case of spiritless servility became the norm. And it was all produced by the faith that if put in a different way would have enriched my day. What it was put in was enslaving my day. Yeah. Now the faith is aligned with the facts. Yeah. And it brings an ease and comfort to the action figure. Yeah. That a yoga posture may not produce, or yes. Yeah. It'll be soon enough that I do my final yogic posture, dead man's pose. So that's the final yoga move. So yeah. Isn't that cool? I'm lucky enough to have what would they used to call what spins your top or whatever. Yeah, I'm lucky. I've always liked the water, so if I can jump in it, it's great. If I can't, I know I will sooner or later. Yeah, every one of us has something they love and stuff. Yeah. It's not difficult. If the action figure's not you, it's not difficult to please it. Yeah. It really isn't. You'd be surprised how little it really wants. You were masking your mental fucking insane ideas and claiming it was the body's plans. Yeah. No, the body does not want to sit for 13 hours on its ass. It doesn't. It doesn't want to contort and hold a position for like 30 minutes. Yeah. It's like water. It wants to go the easier, softer way, so to speak. Yes. Yeah. All right. But the action figure is going to be left behind. You know that. Yes. Yes. That which never appeared here is always here. That which appears disappears. Is there any less weight in that which is always so? No. Is there more weight when you are here? No. It's really as if you never existed. Yeah. And the non-existent thing hasn't really existed, has it? The great statement of Ramana The non-existent thing is presupposed to be an existent thing. By what? By the head. Yeah. Yeah. When you were a baby and the head hadn't been developed, did you know you were a baby? I don't think so. Yeah. That was what was so attractive about babies. There wasn't anyone home. Just shit moving and fucking like that. Taking a shit, not knowing what's going on. Then the brain developed and a story was laid down. Yeah. It fucked with time and it slipped an interpretation to replace the conscious contact. Yeah. Yeah. Emphasize the interpretation at the expense of the conscious contact. That's duality. Yeah. You emphasize one, you want to emphasize another. It's not just I emphasize one. It doesn't go that way. One thing is emphasized, something else isn't. Yeah? That's duality. We see and we move as if there's two, but we think there's one. Yeah? Yeah. Like our statement from the day we started, if there's not a seeing of this, which there always is, then you're looking from it. Yeah? Yeah. And when someone's looking from it and they tell me the millions of things they've seen, I'm not that excited about it because they didn't see the looking from it. And to me, that's the whole point. I didn't come up with it. That's how it landed. I used to be excited when I see people that would be fasting and they were super, almost like translucent and fucking walking on water. I did. I was excited. I was hoping, then I heard non-duality and that changed. I didn't try to change it. I just lost interest in all of the escapades and experience people can have from where they're looking from. I just have no interest in it because I feel if you don't see it, you're looking from it. Yeah. And all of these incredible ways to see differently and doing this and up that and advancing the greatest, clearest glasses so I can see better or see longer or farther. But based on not seeing what you're looking from, I don't care. I don't have any interest in it. That was an effect, not produced by me. There was an effect brought this me to that effect, the non-duality. Really. I really was brought to, if you don't see this, you're looking from it. Yeah. I haven't moved from there since this first started, which was a while ago in time. Yeah. I haven't gotten a new message. It just says, if you don't see this, you're going to be looking from it. Yes. Well, I'll be looking from it in so many different ways, but you're looking from it. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're with me, yeah. Yeah. We're in satsang. It's all shared, all being mixed, all being delivered, all being received, all being delivered, all this. Yeah. Yeah. Look at Mike Clark. Look at people. Michael Stacy. Things have changed, Michael. Yes. Was any heavy lifting? No. No. Just a possibility. Giving a little breath to a possibility and giving that breath frequently in time, I believe, brings about an effect of that which has never not been here. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope to see you again, all of you. Hopefully sometime some of you will be live. And if not, this will do. Yeah. I think we're going to have something, maybe a 2-day or 3-day thing, maybe down in Joshua Tree. Some people like Kathleen have done it. They'll probably There'll be nice testimonials. But I think we're going to do something like that, a little vacation for people in America, because I'm not going to go to Europe, I don't think, this year. So maybe we'll do something. Or I think I'm going to Venice, so we can do it down there also. I think I'm going to go to Venice and do some talks there. Venice, California, not Venice, Italy. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll work on it, but it would be maybe you speak Friday night and 2 days Saturday, Tuesday talk Sunday. Yeah. With a lot of thrifting in between. Yeah. If you want it, we'll do it. If you don't, that's fine. I don't care. But it's nice when we gather. It can be cool. So I'm more than willing to do it. Oh, Mike M. Yeah, he'll testimonial. Yeah. We'll bring it to you, Mike. We'll be down in the desert, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, can I say something, or were you going to wrap up, Paul?
Oh, go ahead. Share.
Um, I guess I've been hanging out here for about 3 or 4 years. And I used to get off these meetings, for a while and really try to figure this out. And I remember the frustration and ultimately the depression that came from not being able to figure this out, up to the point where I didn't know these were going on YouTube, but I would show up here a couple of times in tears and so freaked out and depressed because I'd always thought, of course, that this had to be implemented or applied or practiced deeply at some level. And then just showing up here, there was there was a natural movement towards this kind of chillness. Like this morning when I got off that meeting, there was this sense of urgency to do a bunch of stuff. And I just kept saying not interested to every little thing that came up. You got to go to Kinko's. You got to go do that. You got to drop the dog off. I just it was almost like a bad solicitor in front of Whole Foods or something. I just kept saying not interested. And I got in the car and I was just kind of like floating along here through the city in Los Angeles in the midst of a lot of crazy stuff that's happening around here. I just really appreciate you because what I also saw was I used to say things and this has been removed too, apparently not by my doing, where I would say or do something and I would catch myself saying, I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just texted that, wrote that, whatever. And I couldn't believe it because I really didn't want to do those things. But being so driven, there didn't seem to be any choice in the matter. And that is where I saw duality. That's where I really saw duality because I've been saying that in my life for so long. And I always wondered, like, who is saying that and who is doing that? But that was such a fleeting thought. And this just showing up here has made that so obvious to me that there's always been something going on and it doesn't have to be going on. And that the freedom from that goes beyond any yoga or a Buddhist retreat all weekend. And like you say, there's nothing wrong with any of that. But if I'm trying to level up from doing a bunch of spiritual stuff, then I'm still kind of missing the point of that I'm still in the duality of thinking there's something more than what there is.
But see, you're not. Just when you finally believed it's the authentic you speaking, it's not. Yeah, just take a step back from what was just sharing and see you're not that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's that simple. It's sort of like a fall that never ends. Yeah. You just fall back instead of thrusting forward. You just fall back. Very disarming because you have faith. I remember when I did this thing called Est. Yeah. It was
Sister did that. Yeah.
called Landmark now or whatever. But it was like 1970 something. And they would always have you fall and the person behind you would catch you, you could really, and you just really let go, and you were a dead weight, and they usually would catch you. Yeah. To get this idea, this is the disarmingness of the message. Yeah. You don't look back to make sure someone's there. You just fall. Yeah. And the faith that's always been there is there to catch you. Yeah. Or actually not catch you. It's just a perpetual falling. Yeah, it's cool. So, hey, Mike, you're a lifetime member of Zen Bitch Slap, bro. Yes. You can't break the subscription. No. Yes. All right. Anyone else, or we're going to take off?
No hands, Paul.
Hey, Paul, this is Tom. Now, I was just very quickly gonna say, you know how you're always kidding about Michael Stacy? He looked like an undercover FBI agent. Fortunate, I'm able to listen to all your talks 5 days a week while I'm at work for several hours. And you know how you also talked about Kathleen, how she's learned through osmosis and all these things. And I caught a glimpse of my reflection the other day, the action figure, and I look completely different than I did 2 years ago. And it's like, also, I happened to run across one of your videos from several years ago, and Michael Stacy looked like he just came back from a Grateful Dead concert. So my point was, without even trying, being able to just follow some of the principles you taught me, kind of like you said, through osmosis, things have just started to fall away. And I just wanted to thank you for that. That's it.
Fantastic. Thank you. I can't see you, but I'm hearing you. So great. Yeah. Yeah. It's very disarming, and I haven't registered a change in that over the years. Yeah. It's disarming because the head always wants to react, and it's like pulling a rug out from underneath it. Yeah. Yeah. It's very cool. So, and we're all in it together. It's pretty nice. I like Mike Clark. I met Mike when I was in Mexico giving talks, and he was sitting in the left side in the front row, and talk about it wasn't the eyes it was his facial structure. It was changing constantly. So I knew he was a hook, line, and sinker type. It's been great. It's been nice to watch. It's a lot of times it's like being in a garden, and some of the plants got a shot of Miracle-Gro. So it's nice to watch. You do. Susan Harris and other people, you watch, and it's very cool. Like David Lowe had a lot of cement to break through, but he's broken through. The light has broken through the intellectual cement, and there he is, growing right between a little crack in a curb and the street, but fucking having a great time. So yeah, it's been very cool. Michael Stacy, yeah, of course he's not an FBI agent. He's a CIA agent, but just I thought that was obvious. So no,
He's a walrus.
I see myself right now, and it's like, who the hell is this? I could have just come out of a fucking refrigerator box, 7th and Tenderloin, in San Francisco. Who's there? Who knocked on my box? It's time for you to go, Paul, into assisted living. Okay. So yeah, nice to see everyone. Let me say goodbye. David Lowe, thank you so much for giving just hanging around here for us, David. Yeah. Yeah. Michael Stacy, fantastic. Scott Bird, thank you so much. And yeah, Mike Clark, Claire, you're a lifetime member too. Yeah. Christine, nice to see you. Christine C. We got Judy Love. We got Kathleen.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, Kathleen got dipped in the big green over there in Ireland. Yes. You know, it's not Dublin, it's Dublin. It's Dublin. Yeah.
I spent 8 nights in Dublin,
Yeah.
wandering the streets, saw everything over there.
You could do it. They have a trip where you go, where's James Joyce's? You know, he wrote a very crazy book, James Joyce, and he stopped at all these places that are in Dublin. It was about one day, I think, the whole book. And so you can go on that tour. Yeah.
The James Joyce tour.
James Joyce.
I
Yeah.
bet it starts at the Molly Malone statue.
Yeah. Yeah. And the biggest building is Guinness.
The who are in the sewer.
Who are in the sewer?
That's
Yeah.
what they call the Molly Malone statue.
That's right. Whores. You're a fucking whore.
But
Yeah.
did you know that Molly Malone fed the hungry with her cockles and mussels that she collected?
No.
She did. She sold them and then she fed the poor as well.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. It was good. It was they must have been happy to see you, Kathleen. The Irish, yeah. All right, let me go. I got to finish this. Sean in NorCal, yes. Keith G. Thank you for the shirts, Keith. Robert Crossman. That's right. Keep coming back, Robert. Yeah. Alan Olson, Mia, Mike G down in San Clemente.
Dude, let's see, a couple of things. Yeah. One, you got my vote on Venice and Joshua Tree, because I can get to either.
Yeah, I think we'll do it in Joshua Tree if we're going to do a thing, because you can find places to rent there.
Okay, cool.
Easy. And we'll get that house that we had that last time.
All right, on.
But Venice will be at regular talks, yeah.
And then let's see, a week from Tuesday, I think me and the girlfriend are gonna make it up to do a live deal at your casa. Yeah,
great,
yeah, we're going up to see her mom, so
Great,
yeah. So we'll be stopping by, man.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude.
All right. Yeah, just give me a call. Let me know.
Right on.
All right. Susan Harris. Yes, thank you. Diona Fuzon. We're in your corner, Diona. Ernie, Annette, up outside of Syracuse. What are you doing over there? Somewhere in northern New York?
Hey, Paul,
Shannon Beatty. Yes. Yes.
you said you live near Novato, in Novato?
I live in Novato. Yes.
Do you live near Ayahuasca Hilltop?
No, I didn't know there was an ayahuasca hilltop.
Yeah, I was just looking on the map to see how close we were to each other. I didn't actually know where Nevada was. I was just looking on the map. I saw Ayahuasca Hilltop. Thought it was quite funny.
Novato.
Novato.
Yeah, Novato, not Nevada.
Yeah.
Novato,
Novato.
an ayahuasca hilltop.
Yeah.
Wow, I must be way off the circuit. Shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's near the duckbill pond.
Really? What about, is it a DMT tunnel? That's a trip. Well, maybe I need to take a tour of Novato. I have no idea. I've been here. I haven't really looked at it that much. Yeah, we have a big yard. I like staying in the compound. But hey, Shannon Beatty.
What's up? We'll see you in a few days, Paul, Nicoletta and I.
Oh, wow, wow, great. I'm looking forward to it. Try to squeeze as much hours with us as you can. Give
We're
us
gonna
a
meet
call.
you. Mike Frank's gonna fly in. We're gonna pick him up. We'll meet you Thursday for dinner.
Oh, great. I can't believe Mike Frank is going to be
I
on.
know. I know.
It's an away game. I have plans for Mike Frank. Yeah, I can't wait. All right, great. This week or next
Yeah.
week?
Thursday, week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow. Great. All right.
Look forward
All
to
right,
it.
guys. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. Thank you, everyone. Hey, I'll see you later. Tomorrow, we have it at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Everyone's welcome. If any time there's only one meeting and it's not the day that you're in, it's the same Zoom. Just you can hit any Zoom meeting and it brings you to the same Zoom. Just in case. Sometimes on Saturday you don't see the rest of the week, but it doesn't matter. As long as one day's up there, you hit that link, it's every meeting. It's the same. No password. Thanks. See you guys.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you,
Yes,
Paul.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.